Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. And my name is Mary Johnson, EME Mary J for short. And if today is your first time of seeing my face, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me today, and you are at the right place. And to my old viewers, my old subscribers, I want to say thank you. You are loved already, as you know. Yeah, and in today's video we will be talking about how we can overcome fear. Is someone afraid? In today's video, we shall talk about how you can overcome fear. And yeah, you stay to the end of this video. Okay, so for me, fear, F-E-A-R, I define it as false evidence appearing real. What we fear, most at times, they do not exist. That's the real truth. So we are just afraid of the unknown. We're just afraid of, what we don't know. We are afraid. It doesn't exist. Most of what we fear do not exist. But in today's video, we shall be talking about tips on how to overcome your fear. Tips on how to do what? To jump out of your fear and be strong. Yeah. So in this video, my number one tip is face your fear. Sometimes when you keep on running away from something, it keeps on coming after you. But when you are bold, to face your fear, you find out that you overcome it. Be bold and face your fear. Some may say, Mary, why should I face something that is scaring me? But you should know that most at times, those things that scare us, they are mere things. As we can actually stand and overcome them, but because we've not actually wait for some time and think, why am I running? Don't I think I can overcome this? Don't I think that I can actually win over this? We end up running and running and running. So I will say, be bold and face your fear. Face your fear. Face that challenge and do what? And fight it. Look into it eyeball to eyeball and do what? And face it, fight it, conquer it, and have your victory. Yeah. Number two tip that I would like to share with you is, do not stay in a lonely place alone if you know you are always afraid. This is, it's just practical. Some people, when they are alone in a house, they are afraid. When something just fall on the floor, they are like, hey, they've come or they are afraid. They are running helter-skelter. They don't know what to do. Why? Because they are alone. So if you know you are this type of person that is always afraid because you are alone in a building, you are alone in a place, you are in a dark place, you are in a silent place, and you are afraid, you have to stop staying in a lonely place. Stop staying in a lonely place. Take a walk. Yeah. Whenever that fear comes in, how to overcome it is to what? Is to take a walk. You try to walk around for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. By the time you know, you are okay. So you shouldn't remain there if you know you can't face it and overcome it. You try to take a walk and do not stay in a lonely place alone. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the next tip that I would like to share with you, although it is somehow similar with the second, is try to mix up with people. Yeah. So many people, they are afraid of nothing. They are afraid of the things that do not exist, like I say. But you try as much as you can to mingle with people. Go out with friends. Stay with your colleagues. If you know you are afraid, if you know you always get scared at any little thing, you try to do what? To stay with friends, try to stay with your colleagues, try to stay with your family, try to be around with people. People should be around with you. Don't just stay alone, like I say. Try to be around with what? With people. Be around with people so that they will do what? They will be that source of encouragement, that source of, motivation that you desire. Do not stay alone. This is a tip on how you can overcome fear. But remember, fear is just a false evidence that appears real. Next thing is for you to have a positive attitude. Sometimes we have negative attitude, and because of those negative attitude, it ends up tormenting us. Some people, they have this negative attitude. They are like, hey, maybe this sickness will lead to this. They are afraid already. They are still okay, but because they have actually engulfed their mind with some negative thoughts, they are afraid. So you have a positive attitude, have a positive mindset. Try to train your mind to always think positive, even when it is difficult, even when it seems as if you are failing, even when it seems as if you are not making it, you're not achieving it. Always try to put on a positive attitude, a positive mind. Always be positive. Always speak to yourself and say, no, I refuse it. Even if it's sickness, I refuse to receive it. Even if it's death, speak to it and say no. Always have this positive attitude. Yeah, another tip is listen to motivational talks, motivational speakers. Listen to motivational speakers. And also there are some motivational books. So if you know you are one that fear, there are some books that are for fear that will help you to overcome fear. You try to pick those books and read. If there's any book that whenever you read, it always makes you come back alive. If there's any speaker that whenever you listen to, it always bring back this life, this light in you. Try to listen to those motivational speakers. Try to read those motivational books. Try as much as you can to listen to motivational words that will bring your spirit back to life, that will charge your battery, that will charge you and bring you back to life, that will speak in good things, that will speak in life, that will lighten up peace in your heart, that will lighten up that joy that has been taken away in your heart. You try as much as you can to do what? To listen to motivational speakers. You can actually have them maybe in your laptop, in your phone, maybe in your television, in YouTube. You can watch different, in different platforms. You can actually do what? Help to grow, to strengthen yourself, to bring up that positive vibe that is in you. Another way for you to overcome fear is doing those things that fear you. Maybe you are afraid of going into a business and losing it. Try to go into that business and see how it will be. Maybe you are afraid of, just cooking a food. Probably you think you are going to end up messing things up. Try doing it. Do those things. In school I was taught that, for example, when a subject is so difficult for you, try to teach people that subject. So you try to do what? To do that thing that is so hard. At the end of the day, you find out that you gain more understanding about that subject. So you try to do that thing that puts fear in you. Try to do it. That thing, like I say, is it a business? Are you trying to, to study and then you are afraid, you don't know if you will pass? You try to do that thing that scares you. Try to do it, and at the end you see that you will do what? You will conquer. At the end you see that you will succeed. At the end you see that you will make it. Try doing those things that scare you. So another thing that you can do to overcome fear is forgiving yourself. Probably you are afraid of one mistake that you have done. You are afraid of one error that you have committed, and because of that you actually afraid, maybe probably it will haunt you, it will come back to you. You refuse to forgive yourself. You try to forgive yourself. Yes, try to forgive yourself. Maybe you've done something that is so bad. We are human, but we make mistakes at a particular point in our lives, but you have to forgive yourself. You try as much as you can to forgive yourself, no matter how hard it is. Try to forgive yourself so you can be free, so you can be liberated from that fear, of your past mistakes, from that fear of the past error that you made. Probably there are some mistakes that you made in your past. It's always come back to, to haunt you. Try as much as you can to forgive yourself. You are the only one that can free yourself from that torment. You are the only one that can free yourself from that darkness. You try to say, okay, yes, I accept, I admit that I am wrong. Admit it and say, yes, I am wrong, but I forgive myself. Try to forgive yourself. Try to liberate yourself from that bondage. Try to liberate yourself from that cage where you have kept yourself all these years. Try to come to terms with it, that yes, those mistakes have come. They have come and they've gone. But you have to do what? To forgive yourself. Learn how to forgive yourself. It is a way of overcoming fear. Another way of overcoming fear is trying to have enough rest and sleeping. Yeah. So if you are so afraid, like I say, after reading the motivational book or listen to a motivational speaker, you can just go and do what? And sleep. Sleep. Instead of you staying awake and then you are afraid, you can go and rest. You can go and sleep. You can just go and, sleep. Make sure you are resting. Yeah. So if you think you are afraid, go and rest. Another thing that you can do is to go out and exercise. You can go jumping. You can go, and do one sport or the other. By the time you come back, you are exhausted. You take your bath. You eat, and then you do what? You sleep. So if you know that you have been tormented by fear, I would like you to know that it is just, there to torment you, but you have power over that fear. You have to do what? Stand and do what? And face your fear. You have to stand and confront it. You have to stand and know that it is just a false evidence. Know that it is just a false evidence that is trying to appear real. So thank you so much, lovely people, for staying with me in this series. And I know that you have learned one or two things. You be in charge of every situation in your life. You try to overcome fear as much as you can. Fear has no strength over you. Overcome fear. And you try also to speak to people, to talk to people outside. And if you are a believer, you can also try to commit it in the hands of God. He shall take away fear and he will give you boldness. I love you so much. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. And you know that you have to always share this video to someone, because someone out there really need it. So you'll be so loving and so kind to share this video. I love you all. And also don't forget to subscribe. It is free. Subscribe. If you have watched this video and you enjoy it and you have not subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? So you try to subscribe. And also in the comment section below, let us continue this discussion. If you have some tips on how to overcome fear that I didn't mention in this video, you'll be free to share it with us so we can also learn and grow. Remember that knowledge is what is powerful. So thank you so much once again. Till I come your way next time, I remain Mary Johnson, EME Mary J for short. Thank you so much and I love you.